of the more interesting aspects of sailing is if you happen to be on a boat that actually goes too fast. And Shearwater is just one of those boats. When we go into 25, 35 knots of wind, Shearwater starts taking off in a really, truly exciting manner. So the problem becomes, how do you slow the boat down? Now, there are many ways to do that. You can pull into the wind, you can pull off the wind, but the problem is at 25 and 35 knots, everything you do has consequences. So, it is time to pull out the drogue. Now, I always laugh because it always sounds like a drogue is something that's sort of sitting in the bilge and in chains. But the drogue is actually this thing. And what it is, it's something you throw off the back when you're going too fast. Sort of if you were in a car and you were out of control and you wanted to slow it down, you would throw anything you could attached to the car that would drag on the road and slow it down. Well, this is exactly what that is. This is called a drogue. And a drogue, in this case, it's a generic term for anything that will slow down. Now, this is very fancy. This is called a gale rider. And so, when that time comes, and we hope it won't, we throw this over the back there, and all this line, about 200 feet of it, all of this goes flying out the back of the boat, and you hope that you can control it so that by the time it reaches tautness, it is not going so fast that it'll rip the back of your boat off. But that's what we're doing today, is trying to figure out, when it's nice and calm here, as we sit in the Panama City harbor here, how to deploy this drogue in the case that we are going too fast and we desperately need something to slow down the boat. Today is a rigging day. Rigging is all these lines that do various things for the boat. Pull the sail up, push the boom that way, push the boom that way. All these lines, this is all rigging. And some of them support huge weight, namely this one. This one is the main halyard, which is the line, the rope, that pulls up this massive sail here. So the attachments have to be extremely strong, extremely robust. And right now I have a problem, because right at the top of the mast, the shackle, shall I say, has basically is half broken. So at any moment, this line, with the full weight of the sail, especially in a wind, will break. Not if, but will. So our job today is to go up and install one of these. So this little creature has to go up there, inserted into the mast here, and then the halyard is put on this so that when it twists, this lets go and it keeps the line clear. Or so the theory goes. But that's what we have to install up there, way at the very top. Now, of course, every time one has to go to the top, that's 65 feet up there, it's rather a daunting task to some of us who have a slight fear of heights. After all, falling to 65 feet would not be fun. There is the anchorage, Los Brises, as we go higher and higher. There's the Bridge of the Americas, and we go higher and higher and higher. There's that part we're looking for. Let me have all I take, that's okay, just keep it loose. Okay, great, thank you. Yeah, lock it up. There is the piece we want to change. It's April 5th, and about a few days before heading off into the Pacific, we're dealing with an issue called reefing. Now, reefing is extremely important because when the winds blow too hard, very fast, 35, 45 knots of wind, you've got to get the sail down. And basically you have two lines to do that. One pulls the front down and one pulls the back down. And here we have a nice red line, and that pulls, we have 3 reefs, it pulls the first one down. That's the first reduction in sail. One of the main problems that we have with these is that they, what we call chafe through. They rub so hard with thousands of pounds of pressure, excuse me, thousands of pounds of pressure, that they chafe straight through. They cut the line straight through. Now that's very bad. If you are in a powerful wind, you reef down, let's say to the 3rd reef, which leaves very little sail up, and suddenly this breaks, the whole sail goes back up, and now you're in a precarious position. So we noticed the other day as we were testing this system that the chafing was a little bit of a problem, because where it enters the boom from the outside to the inside, there is a white armor-plated sleeve that goes through. And you may be able to see it, but it covers the point where this red line, this reefing line, rubs the boom and potentially chafes through. It's very, very tough material. You can drag it behind a truck and nothing happens to it, etc., etc. The problem was it wasn't going through the hole in the boom, and so it was ripping off the damn line. So now we are trying to refigure the whole thing, resize the lines so that this doesn't happen. But reefing is a very interesting issue. It needs to be done quickly, cleanly, and certainly no problems when the wind is starting to howl. And that's our project today, dealing with the reefing. How are we going to get this sail down safely and keep it down? That's the main point.